Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why your body just won't let you rest? It's a quiet struggle many of us face as the years go by. Nights filled with tossing, turning, and that restless mind that won't slow down. You might think, well, that's just what happens when you get older. But what if it's not just age? What if there are simple reasons behind your sleepless nights that no one talks about? Many older women quietly battle these nights, and it's easy to underestimate how much poor sleep chips away at our energy, mood, and overall health. It feels like a small inconvenience, but over time, it can quietly steal away our joy and strength. In this video, I'm going to share 5 gentle, science-backed tips that can help you reclaim peaceful, deep sleep, without complicated routines or medications. By the end, you'll discover a simple habit that many overlook but is key to finally getting the restful nights you deserve. Let's walk this path together toward better sleep and brighter mornings. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Tip 1. Create a relaxing routine before bedtime. There's a quiet moment most evenings that slips by almost unnoticed. A time after dinner when the house settles, lights dim, and the world outside slows to a hush. For many older women, this used to be the most peaceful part of the day. Yet somewhere along the way, this calm has faded, replaced by a kind of restless anticipation. Instead of looking forward to sleep, you might catch yourself dreading another long night, filled with tossing and turning, eyes open in the dark. If you've ever found yourself sitting on the edge of your bed, scrolling through your phone, or watching TV until the last possible minute, you're not alone. It's become so normal in our modern world. Late-night news, a favorite show, or reading the latest posts from grandchildren on Facebook. Maybe you believe that these habits are harmless, a simple way to wind down. Or perhaps you tell yourself, this is just what I do to relax now that the house is quiet. After all, what harm could a little screen time do at the end of a long day? But what if the very things we think help us relax are making it harder for us to sleep? Have you ever wondered why, even after an hour of scrolling or channel surfing, you lie down and find your mind still buzzing, your thoughts racing, your body refusing to settle? You might be surprised to learn that this isn't just a matter of habit, it's science. And it's something you can gently change. Most people don't realize that our bodies follow a natural rhythm, a kind of internal clock called the circadian rhythm that tells us when to be alert and when to wind down. For decades, before smartphones and late-night television, our bodies relied on sunlight to set that rhythm. As dusk fell, darkness signaled to our brains that it was time to slow down, triggering the release of a hormone called melatonin. Melatonin is like the body's lullaby. It prepares you for rest, makes you feel sleepy, and helps you drift into a deeper, more peaceful sleep. But here's the catch. The blue light emitted from screens, TVs, tablets, smartphones, even some LED lamps, tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. When your eyes take in this blue light late at night, your brain holds off on making melatonin. The result? You might feel wide awake even though you're tired. Your mind races with thoughts, replaying memories, worries, or to-do lists for tomorrow. And that sleepiness you crave? It stays just out of reach. For older women, this effect can be even stronger. As we age, our natural melatonin levels decline, and our circadian rhythms become more fragile. That means we're more sensitive to things that disrupt sleep, including artificial light and late-night stimulation. What seems like a harmless habit, a TV show, checking email, or scrolling through family photos, may be sabotaging your night's rest, night after night. So what can you do? The good news is that you don't have to give up comfort or connection to reclaim your evenings. It's about making small, gentle shifts that send the right signals to your body and mind. A relaxing routine before bedtime that prepares you for deep, restorative sleep. Start by choosing a set time each evening. maybe 30 minutes to an hour before you plan to turn in, when you begin your wind-down ritual. The key is consistency. Just as children thrive on bedtime routines, adults do too, especially as we age. A relaxing routine lets your body know it's time to let go, to rest, to recover from the day. Turn off screens at least 30 minutes before bed. This single change can make a world of difference. Instead of reaching for your phone or turning on the news, try something that calms both body and mind. Many older women find that reading a physical book or magazine is soothing. Pick something light and uplifting, nothing that will stir up worries or demand concentration. If your eyesight makes reading difficult, audiobooks or soft, calming music can work wonders. Another gentle practice is to listen to music you love. Perhaps classical, jazz, or nature sounds like gentle rain or ocean waves. Music has a unique ability to slow our heartbeat and quiet the mind. You might want to light a candle, sip a small cup of caffeine-free herbal tea, or even jot down 3 things you're grateful for in a notebook. Gratitude journals, simple as they seem, are shown in studies to reduce stress and improve sleep quality. You could also add a bit of movement to your routine. Gentle stretching, especially for your neck, shoulders, and lower back, helps release tension that builds up during the day. Some women enjoy slow yoga poses or simple breathing exercises. Breathe in deeply through your nose, hold for a count of 4, then exhale slowly through your mouth. This kind of breath work activates your body's relaxation response, telling your nervous system that it's safe to let go. Let me share the story of Mary, a 74-year-old widow from Ohio. 4 years after her husband passed, Mary struggled with sleepless nights. She would fall asleep with the TV on, hoping the noise would keep her company and fill the silence in her home. But the nights got longer, and her exhaustion grew. One evening, her daughter visited and gently suggested trying a new bedtime routine. Skeptical but willing, Mary agreed to turn off the TV early, listen to her favorite classical music, and write a few lines in her journal about her day. At first, it felt strange. Too quiet, almost lonely. But within a week, Mary noticed she was falling asleep faster. The dreams she hadn't had in years began to return. Over time, Mary's anxiety lessened, her mood brightened, and she felt a sense of peace she thought she'd lost. She still misses her husband, but now, the evenings are gentler. Her bedtime ritual has become a source of comfort, her way of honoring the day and preparing for the healing power of rest. Of course, what works for Mary may look different for you. The magic is in finding what soothes your heart. Maybe it's knitting for a few minutes, brushing your hair, saying a quiet prayer, or tending to a beloved plant by your window. The routine isn't about perfection. It's about sending a signal to your brain that it's time to rest. Over time, these small acts, repeated nightly, create a sense of safety and predictability. 2 things our bodies crave, especially in uncertain times. If you find yourself missing a night, don't worry or judge yourself. Life is unpredictable. What matters is coming back to your routine when you can, treating yourself with kindness and patience. It's never too late to start anew. Science shows that even after decades of poor sleep, gentle, consistent habits can help retrain your body's rhythms and improve the quality of your rest. So tonight, as the house grows quiet and the stars blink outside your window, give yourself permission to try something different. Close the laptop, put away the phone, and allow yourself the gift of unwinding. Trust that with each night, your mind and body can relearn the art of deep, peaceful sleep. Remember, restful nights aren't just for the young. They belong to all of us, at any age, in every season of life. With patience, a gentle routine, and a bit of hope, you can rediscover the joy of closing your eyes and drifting off, comforted by the promise of a new day ahead. Take that first step tonight. You deserve it. Tip 2. Limit drinking water right before bed. For many older women, there's a familiar ritual before bedtime. A trip to the bathroom, maybe a glass of water on the nightstand, just in case thirst strikes in the middle of the night. It seems like a small thing, almost comforting. The cool sip before sleep, the reassurance that your needs are met, that you're taking good care of yourself. After all, isn't it important to stay hydrated, especially as we get older? But what happens next is all too familiar for so many. You drift off, maybe even fall asleep quickly, only to be awakened hours later by the uncomfortable urge to get up. The clock glows 1:30, or maybe 3 a.m. You shuffle out of bed, half awake, making your way to the bathroom, wishing you could just stay asleep. Sometimes it's just once a night, sometimes 2 or 3 times, and each time, settling back into sleep seems harder than before. Your mind is more alert, your body restless. As the cycle repeats night after night, mornings start to feel heavier, your energy a little lower, your patience a little thinner. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Most of us have been told since childhood to drink plenty of water. It's good advice. Water supports every cell, cushions our joints, keeps our skin healthy, and helps our organs work as they should. But is there such a thing as too much water at the wrong time? Should we reconsider how and when we hydrate, especially in the hours leading up to sleep? It might feel counterintuitive, even worrying, to limit water intake in the evening. Isn't more always better? Shouldn't we be extra cautious about dehydration as we age? But here's the gentle truth. While hydration is vital, drinking too much water before bed may rob us of the very rest we need to feel our best. Why is this such a challenge for older adults, especially women? As we age, changes in our bodies affect both our need for fluids and how our kidneys and bladders function. The bladder's capacity to hold urine can shrink, and the muscles that control the urge to go can weaken. On top of that, certain medications for blood pressure, heart disease, or diabetes can act as diuretics, making nighttime trips to the bathroom even more likely. There's also the matter of hormones. As we grow older, our bodies produce less of a hormone called antidiuretic hormone, ADH. This hormone signals the kidneys to slow down urine production at night so we can sleep uninterrupted. With less ADH, the kidneys keep working at their daytime pace, filling the bladder more quickly. The result? More bathroom trips in the early morning hours. Science has a name for waking to urinate at night: nocturia. For some, it's a minor inconvenience. For others, it's a major disruption. Research shows that nocturia is one of the top causes of sleep disturbance among older adults, and poor sleep has ripple effects. It increases fall risk, raises blood pressure, and chips away at our mood and memory. The cycle is frustrating, but often overlooked or accepted as just part of getting older. But it doesn't have to be this way. There are gentle, practical steps you can take to support your body's hydration needs and protect your sleep. Start by hydrating well throughout the day. Make it a habit to drink water steadily from morning until late afternoon. Carry a reusable bottle with you as you read, watch TV, or work in the garden. Try to meet most of your daily fluid needs before the sun goes down. For most older adults, 6 to 8 cups of water spread over the day is enough, though your doctor may recommend more or less depending on your health conditions. Remember, hydration comes not just from water, but also from herbal teas, soups, juicy fruits, and even vegetables like cucumbers or watermelon. As evening approaches, pay attention to how much and how quickly you're drinking. Begin to wind down your water intake after dinner. For many, this means avoiding large glasses of water within 2 to 3 hours of bedtime. If you take medications at night that require water, use just enough to comfortably swallow your pills. If you enjoy a soothing herbal tea in the evening, choose a small cup and savor it slowly, perhaps an hour or more before you plan to sleep. It can feel strange to change a lifelong habit, especially if you've always kept a full glass of water by the bed. But gentle limits don't mean deprivation. They simply help your body settle into a more restful rhythm, one that respects your need for both hydration and restorative sleep. Let me share the story of Eleanor, a 78-year-old retired librarian from Michigan. For years, Eleanor prided herself on drinking plenty of water. She kept a pitcher at her bedside, convinced it was key to staying young and healthy. But every night, she found herself making 2 or 3 groggy trips to the bathroom, stumbling down the hallway, and struggling to get back to sleep. She tried earplugs, blackout curtains, and even changing her mattress, but nothing helped. Finally, during a conversation at her local senior center, a nurse suggested shifting most of her water intake to earlier in the day. At first, Eleanor was skeptical, but she decided to give it a try, drinking most of her water by late afternoon and sipping just a small amount after dinner. She limited herself to half a glass of water when taking her nighttime medication. Within a week, she noticed a change. Only 1 bathroom trip most nights, sometimes none at all. And best of all, she found it easier to fall back asleep. Her mornings felt lighter, and her mood improved. It was such a simple adjustment, but it gave her back something she thought she'd lost for good, a full night's rest. Of course, every person's needs are different. If you have kidney issues, heart failure, or take specific medications, always talk with your doctor before making big changes to your fluid intake. But for most older adults, gently reducing evening fluids is a safe and effective way to reduce nighttime awakenings. If you find your mouth is dry at night or you wake up thirsty, check the humidity in your bedroom. A humidifier or a glass of water to sip, not gulp, can help. But try not to make late-night drinking a routine. Remember, the goal isn't to cut out water, but to support your body's natural balance so you can sleep soundly. It's easy to brush off sleep disturbances as just another part of aging, but small changes really can make a world of difference. Limiting water intake at night might seem like a little thing, but for many, it means fewer restless hours, less worry about falling in the dark, and more mornings filled with energy and joy. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, give yourself the gift of gentle awareness. Notice your habits. If you reach for a large glass of water, pause and ask, have I had enough to drink today? Is this thirst or just routine? With kindness and curiosity, make a shift. Drink a little less in the evening and see how your body responds. Remember, good sleep is a foundation for living well at any age. It's not selfish to protect your rest. It's wise. Your body deserves both nourishment and peace, day and night. With small changes, you can reclaim restful sleep, wake up refreshed, and greet each day with renewed spirit. You've cared for so many others throughout your life. Now it's time to care for yourself, one gentle choice at a time. Try adjusting your evening habits tonight, and let yourself be surprised by how much better you feel tomorrow. Sweet dreams are still within reach. Tip 3. Keep your sleep environment quiet, dark, and cool. For so many older adults, sleep becomes more fragile as the years go by. You might remember a time when you could fall asleep anywhere, a quick nap in your favorite armchair, or drifting off after a long day, no matter what was going on in the house. But somewhere along the way, restful nights became harder to come by. Maybe now you find yourself waking up at every creak of the house, every distant car passing, or a sliver of light peeking through the window blinds just as dawn breaks. The quiet that once brought comfort sometimes seems to make every little sound echo louder. If this sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many older women share the frustration of a night's sleep broken by noises, streetlights, or a room that never feels quite right. It's easy to think that's just part of getting older, or to blame it on the world outside, the neighbor's dog barking, the heating system clicking on, the distant traffic on the road. Maybe you've tried to ignore it, hoping your body would simply get used to these nightly interruptions. But the truth is, the environment in which we sleep matters more than we often realize, especially as we age. Let's challenge a common assumption. Many people believe that sleep quality is mostly about what you do during the day: diet, exercise, and a busy schedule. While those things are important, countless studies show that the space where you sleep is just as crucial. The smallest changes in your sleep environment can either protect your rest or sabotage it without you even knowing. Why is this? As we age, we become more sensitive to our surroundings. Our sleep cycles, called circadian rhythms, are guided by cues like light and temperature. The older we get, the less flexible these rhythms become. The ability to fall back asleep after a disturbance is not as strong as it once was. In younger years, we might sleep through a thunderstorm. Now, even the hum of a refrigerator or the glow of a porch light can keep us awake. Let's talk about 3 things that science, and the lived experience of many seniors, show are vital for deep, restorative sleep. Quiet, darkness, and a cool room. First, let's start with noise. Noise is one of the most common reasons older adults wake up at night. Even small sounds, like a clock ticking, a TV in the next room, or the chirp of a cell phone, can pull you out of deep sleep. And for those living in busy neighborhoods or apartments, there's no shortage of unexpected noises. Research shows that when the brain registers sound during sleep, it triggers small awakenings, even if you don't remember them, which add up to feeling groggy in the morning. Over time, fragmented sleep can affect your mood, memory, and even your heart health. So what can you do? Start by identifying the sounds that most often disturb your sleep. It could be an appliance, street noise, or even a snoring pet. For many, a simple solution is a white noise machine or app. These devices create a steady, gentle sound, like rain, wind, or ocean waves, that helps mask sudden noises. Earplugs can also be surprisingly effective, especially for very light sleepers. If the problem is coming from within your home, consider turning off unnecessary electronics or using thick rugs and curtains to absorb sound. For some, a small fan set on low creates just the right background hum. Next, consider the light in your bedroom. Your body is designed to sleep in darkness. Melatonin, the hormone that helps you feel sleepy, is released when the sun goes down and the lights dim. Even small amounts of light, like a street lamp shining through curtains or the blue glow of a digital clock, can interfere with melatonin and make it harder to fall, or stay, asleep. Light at the wrong time tells your body, it's morning, even when it's not. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Think about your bedroom. Is it dark at night? Many people are surprised at how much light seeps in, from the hall, the yard, even from devices charging on a nightstand. The solution is both simple and soothing. Invest in blackout curtains or heavy drapes to block outside light. If you need a nightlight for safety, choose one with a red or amber bulb, which doesn't suppress melatonin as much as white or blue light. Place digital clocks so their faces don't shine directly at your bed, or cover them with a small cloth. Even something as basic as closing your bedroom door can make a difference. Lastly, let's talk about temperature. Most of us have experienced the discomfort of a room that's too hot or too cold for sleeping. But did you know that a cool room actually helps your body rest? Sleep scientists recommend keeping the bedroom temperature between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, for the best results. When you fall asleep, your body naturally lowers its internal temperature. A cooler environment supports this process, making it easier to fall and stay asleep. On the other hand, a room that's too warm can lead to restless tossing, night sweats, and waking up too early. What can you do if you share your home with others who like it warmer, or if you can't control the heat? Try using a fan, opening a window a crack, or switching to lighter bedding in warmer months. Layer your blankets so you can easily adjust if you get too warm at night. Wearing breathable, cotton pajamas can also make a difference. Let's bring this advice to life with the story of Linda, a 76-year-old from Arizona. For years, Linda struggled with sleep, waking up several times each night, feeling groggy each morning. She assumed it was just her age, or maybe a side effect of her medications. But after talking with her daughter, who worked as a nurse, she decided to make some changes. First, she bought blackout curtains for her bedroom window to block the neighbor's porch light. She invested in a small white noise machine that played gentle rain sounds. and she adjusted her thermostat to cool her bedroom to 67 degrees each night. At first, she worried the room would feel too cold or too quiet, but within a week, she noticed the difference. Fewer nighttime awakenings. Easier mornings. She found herself looking forward to bedtime, confident she'd wake up refreshed. Linda even added a small lavender sachet under her pillow for a touch of calming scent. Maybe your home is different, but the principle remains the same. The right environment makes a world of difference. If you share your home, talk with your loved ones about why these changes matter for your health. If you live alone, see it as an act of self-care. Creating a peaceful space is a way to show yourself kindness and respect. You might not be able to control every noise or beam of light, but each small step adds up. If you wake up at night, instead of frustration, notice what's happening around you. Is it a sound, a light, or is the room too warm? With curiosity and patience, experiment. Try moving your bed away from windows, hanging an extra curtain, or running a small fan. Over time, you'll learn what works best for you. Remember, restful sleep is not a luxury. It's a foundation for your well-being, your memory, and your mood. You deserve a night's rest that truly restores you. With each small adjustment to your bedroom, you're making a promise to your body and your spirit. I value myself enough to care for my rest. Sweet dreams can be reclaimed, one peaceful night at a time. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, take a moment to notice your space. Lower the lights, hush the noise, and let the cool air remind you. You've earned this comfort every single night. Sleep well, knowing you're doing something gentle and powerful for your health, and for the joy of tomorrow's new day. Tip 4. Practice gentle exercises or meditation before bed. There's a special quiet that settles in the house after dinner, a pause between the business of the day and the hopes for a good night's sleep. For many older women, this time can feel both comforting and lonely. Maybe you wander the living room, tidying up, or you find yourself in your favorite chair, letting out a long sigh. Yet, when it's finally time for bed, your body doesn't always feel ready for rest. Your mind might still be replaying the day's worries. Did I remember to call my daughter? What was that ache in my knee? Why do I keep waking up so tense? It's easy to think this tension is just a fact of life, or maybe even a sign of growing older. After all, aches and a racing mind seem as common as gray hair or creaky stairs. But here's a gentle question to consider. What if your body and mind are asking for a different kind of transition? What if there's a simple way to help yourself move from the busyness of the day to the peace of the night? One that doesn't require a doctor's visit, a pill, or a major change, but only a few mindful minutes. Many people think that exercise has to be hard work, something you do at the gym or during the day to burn off steam. We rarely consider movement or meditation as part of preparing for sleep. But sleep experts, along with countless older adults, are discovering that gentle movement and meditation before bed can be just what the body needs to unwind. Let's take a look at why this works. During the day, our bodies accumulate tension, not just in our minds, but in our muscles. Shoulders hunch up while reading or using a phone, legs stiffen from sitting too long, and hands clench without us even noticing. This body stress doesn't disappear when we close our eyes at night. Instead, it lingers, making it harder to fall and stay asleep. On top of that, as we age, our bodies produce less of the hormones that help us relax. Our natural rhythms change, and it can take longer for both mind and body to switch off. That's where gentle exercises and meditation come in. Even a few minutes of slow stretching or quiet breathing can tell your body, it's time to let go. When we move with intention, we activate the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system, which lowers heart rate, slows breathing, and releases calming chemicals in the brain. It's the opposite of the adrenaline rush that keeps us alert. In short, gentle movement is like a bridge between the worries of the day and the healing rest of the night. What does this look like in practice? You don't need fancy equipment or a fitness background. Start with something simple and enjoyable. Try sitting in a sturdy chair and gently rolling your shoulders forward and backward. Reach your arms overhead and stretch from side to side. Lift your feet, one at a time, and make slow circles with your ankles. These movements might seem small, but they help release stiffness and bring attention back to your body. If you enjoy standing, a few slow toe touches or soft knee bends work just as well. The goal is never to strain, but simply to move in a way that feels good. Next, invite your breath to join in. Sit comfortably, place your hands on your lap or belly, and close your eyes if you like. Inhale slowly through your nose for a count of 4, feeling your belly rise. Hold that breath gently for a moment. Then exhale through your mouth for a count of 6 or 8. As you breathe, notice how your shoulders drop and your thoughts begin to quiet. Repeat this for a few minutes, allowing each breath to signal to your mind and body that you are safe, cared for, and ready for rest. Some women find comfort in guided meditations, which can be found online or through free apps. These short recordings invite you to focus on peaceful images, like floating on a calm lake or walking through a quiet forest, or simply noticing your breath and body. Meditation doesn't require emptying your mind. It's simply the act of noticing the present moment and allowing worries to drift by. Let me tell you about Jean, a 71-year-old grandmother from Minnesota. Jean used to dread bedtime. Her legs would ache, her mind would replay every conversation from the day, and she often found herself staring at the ceiling in frustration. At a local community yoga class, Jean learned a simple bedtime routine. She would sit on her bed, close her eyes, and gently twist from side to side, loosening her spine. Then she'd do slow ankle rolls and massage her calves with her hands. Finally, she'd lie back with her eyes closed, one hand on her belly, and breathe in a steady, calming rhythm for 5 minutes. The first night, she still woke up once, but fell back asleep more easily. After a week, Jean realized she was sleeping longer and waking up feeling less stiff and anxious. The routine became her favorite part of the day, not just for better sleep, but because it gave her a sense of peace she hadn't felt in years. Of course, everyone's needs are different. Maybe you'd rather try a few minutes of chair yoga with a friend, or follow a favorite prayer or reflection before bed. The important thing is to make it gentle and consistent. If you have any medical conditions, especially involving joints or balance, always check with your doctor or physical therapist before trying new movements. If meditation seems strange or difficult at first, remember it's not about doing it right. Even a few slow, mindful breaths can make a difference. Over time, these rituals become a comforting cue to your mind and body, saying, "It's safe to relax. You can let go now." It's easy to ignore the tension we carry, to hope it will simply vanish on its own. But your body is wise. It remembers every kindness, every gentle breath, every soft stretch. By making time for a simple exercise or meditation ritual before bed, you honor yourself. You give your body permission to rest and heal, one peaceful night at a time. So tonight, as you prepare for bed, consider setting aside just 10 minutes for yourself. Try a slow stretch, a guided meditation, or even just a few deep breaths. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your breath. If you miss a night, be kind to yourself. Consistency, not perfection, is the goal. Sleep is more than a biological need. It's a gift you can nurture. The world can wait. This is your time. With gentle movement and mindful breaths, you invite peace into your evening and strength into your days ahead. You deserve restful nights and brighter mornings. Take this small step tonight. Your body and spirit will thank you. Tip 5. Keep a consistent sleep schedule and avoid long daytime naps. For many older women, the rhythm of daily life changes in unexpected ways. Maybe you find yourself waking earlier than you'd like, or perhaps your afternoons invite a nap that turns into hours of dozing. Weekends might feel like a time to catch up on lost sleep, leading to later bedtimes or sleeping in. It's easy to believe that as we get older, our sleep patterns naturally shift, and to accept irregular schedules as part of aging. But is that the whole story? What if the secret to better, deeper sleep isn't just about what happens at night, but how steady your body's clock stays throughout the day? What if keeping a regular schedule is one of the most powerful tools you have to reclaim peaceful nights and energetic mornings? Our bodies run on an internal clock called the circadian rhythm. This natural rhythm tells us when to feel alert and when to feel sleepy, cycling roughly every 24 hours. When this rhythm is regular, when we go to bed and wake up at consistent times, our bodies can prepare for rest, release sleep-promoting hormones, and enter the deep, restorative phases of sleep that heal us. But when the rhythm is disrupted by late nights, irregular wake times, or long daytime naps, our internal clock becomes confused. Sleep quality suffers. We might find it harder to fall asleep, wake up feeling unrefreshed, or struggle with daytime fatigue. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 3 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we age, circadian rhythms naturally become less robust. The signals that tell us when to sleep and when to be awake aren't as strong, making us more sensitive to disruptions. That means keeping a consistent routine is more important than ever. Irregular sleep schedules can exacerbate problems like insomnia, mood swings, and cognitive decline. But the good news is that by gently restoring regularity, many older adults can experience significant improvements in sleep and overall well-being. One common culprit of disrupted rhythms is the long daytime nap. While a short nap, 20 to 30 minutes, can be refreshing, extended naps can throw off your nighttime sleep schedule. You might feel like resting for hours, especially if nights are restless, but long naps can reduce your sleep pressure, the natural drive that builds throughout the day to help you fall asleep easily at night. When you nap too long or too late in the day, it's harder to feel sleepy come bedtime. So, how can you gently bring order back to your days and nights? Start by setting regular wake-up and bedtime hours, aiming to stick to them every day, even on weekends. This consistency helps your body know when to wind down and when to rise, improving the quality and quantity of your sleep. Think of it as training your internal clock to keep a steady beat, one that supports your health and vitality. Create a simple, calming bedtime routine to cue your body that sleep is near. This might include dimming lights, gentle stretching, meditation, and turning off screens. Avoid eating large meals or consuming caffeine close to bedtime, as these can also interfere with your rhythm. If you enjoy napping, try limiting naps to no longer than 30 minutes and avoid napping late in the afternoon. Early afternoon naps are best after lunch but well before dinner. Short, intentional naps can boost alertness without sabotaging your night's rest. Let me share the story of Helen, a 70-year-old retired teacher from Virginia. Helen loved her afternoon naps, often dozing for 2 hours or more. She felt tired during the day and figured the naps helped. But at night, she struggled to fall asleep, often tossing and turning until well past midnight. Her sleep doctor explained how long naps were confusing her body's internal clock. Helen decided to try waking at the same time every morning and limiting naps to 20 minutes just after lunch. At first, it was hard. She felt tired in the late afternoon and restless at bedtime. But within a couple of weeks, Helen noticed she was falling asleep faster and waking up feeling refreshed. Her days felt more vibrant, and her mood improved. She found joy in small walks after dinner, which helped her sleep even better. Of course, life happens. Some days you might stay up later or sleep in. That's okay. The goal isn't perfection but steady progress. If you have a restless night, resist the urge to nap for long hours the next day. Instead, try to keep your usual wake time and focus on restful activities. If you're unsure about how to build or adjust your sleep schedule, talk to your doctor or a sleep specialist. They can help tailor advice to your health needs. Remember, Sleep problems often improve when we respect our body's natural rhythms and create routines that honor our unique lives. In the end, keeping a consistent sleep schedule and managing naps is a loving gift to yourself. It strengthens your body's natural ability to rest, heal, and renew. It's a promise you make each day, to greet the morning with energy and the night with peace. Tonight, as you prepare for bed, set your alarm for the same time tomorrow morning, and think about how you can keep your naps short and sweet. Little by little, these simple steps build a rhythm of health and happiness. You deserve nights of deep rest and days filled with light. Remember, age is just a number, not a sentence to restless nights. With kindness and patience, you can nurture your sleep and embrace the gentle rhythms that keep you thriving. Here's to peaceful nights and bright, joyful mornings ahead. As we come to the end of our journey together tonight, I want to remind you how important your sleep truly is. It's not just about closing your eyes, it's about giving your body and mind the chance to heal, refresh, and prepare for the joys of a new day. Every small step you take toward better sleep is a step toward better health, brighter moods, and more energy to enjoy the things and people you love. Remember, the tips we've talked about: creating a relaxing bedtime routine, limiting water before bed, keeping your sleep space quiet, dark, and cool, practicing gentle exercises or meditation, and sticking to a consistent sleep schedule, are all gentle tools designed to support you, not overwhelm you. They're simple changes, but with patience and kindness to yourself, they can transform your nights. It's never too late to begin. Whether you try one tip or all 5, what matters most is that you listen to your body and treat yourself with compassion. Sleep is a gift you deserve every single night. I invite you now to take a moment to reflect. Which of these tips do you feel ready to try first? What small change could make your nights a little more peaceful? Share your thoughts or your bedtime rituals in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you and support you on this journey. If you found this video helpful, please like, share it with friends who might benefit, and subscribe to our channel for more caring advice tailored just for you. Together, we can reclaim restful nights and wake up to brighter, healthier days. Thank you for spending this time with me. Wishing you sweet dreams and peaceful nights ahead.